Hello, students. We are going to discuss financial forecasting for today, and we would be reviewing some of what we have taken up already. Okay, and if it is forecasting, of course, the keyword here would be budget. No, we have to prepare budgets. So, what would be the TIPO, our tools, input, process, output as a whole, with the finance process? Aside from budget, the tool would be the working capital management under control and financial statement analysis under your communication as well as your FS. No? Then previously we discussed that the sales forecast is the input, and of course there are three processes that you have to focus here. You have planning, control, and reporting or communicating because we need to make decision as a whole. And as always, we have to start with an end in mind. So what would be our output again? Decisions. What type of decisions? It would be looking at financing, investing, and operating for us to be able to project the inflow and outflow of funds because with us, money matters, cash is king. Okay, it's your F word. And what are those decisions that relates to the future in our discussion, financing and investing, your uh, operating is relating to the present, although it can also be future, no? And since our process is finance processes, then your financial plan is in the form of budget. That is, we're looking at how your financial resources will be utilized to achieve your goal. Remember, we have internal and external, but this one focuses on the internal goal. And so, because of budget, we'll be able to assign the financial resources. And in controlling, this would be, take a look, it is looking at accounting processes. O ito na yung nag-record kayo. Reconciling, quality assurance, and reporting. So with us, we focuses on quality assurance. Uh, and so controlling financial resources will be looking into working capital management and assessing financial management performance would be financial statement analysis. Kita nyo na una nating tinikap yung financial statement analysis because it focuses on the output, no? Measuring performance. So let's go now to process one, financial planning. And since financial planning would talk about the supply, the financial resources, and how it would be utilized, yun yung pinaka-model nyo sa financial planning. So, what would comprise my financial resources? It's cash. And what would be my financial technique? It would be utilizing budget. If that is so sa financial planning, this would be your TIPO, the master budget, the sales forecast as input, the processes would be budgeting, and the output would be projected FS, which in chapter 4, the process we use financial planning. Okay? But since we divide now our processes into 3, we use budget, specifically the budgeting process for financial planning. So why do you need to budget? Because we have to balance between the spending, no, and the savings. And for you to be able to balance between savings and spending, you are also looking at your regular expenses. Diba? Remember, savings is just a store value of money because the next step that you have to do after savings, you have to invest because that's where you experience growth. Savings will just give you safety, no? So, why do we need to budget? Kasi sabi nga natin, it's between risk and return trade-off. We would like to minimize our risk and maximize our return, because risk with us is cost and return is benefit. So let's go planning the budget. And the planning process will start with a vision and mission statement, which will be the basis of our strategic plan. And normally we would prepare a 5-year operating plan. These are your projections. And your annual operating plan will be in the form of operating budget, which will be consulting all the stakeholders in order for you to be able to monitor your progress, and validation will be through your financial statement analysis, your variances, your reporting, making use of the different units of the organization, 'di ba? Yung tinatawag yung responsibility accounting. Pero sa finance, it's about financial statement analysis. So who makes the decision? Of course, it's in the CFO sector, the Chief Financial Officer. So we need to look into why do we have to budget? We already answered that. It's a balance between benefit and cost, because your cost is your major constraint. And how do we budget? So this is where we're going to already look at the different inputs that we need to have to process it. But most crucial in making the decision is it should be interdisciplinary and it should be participative. Kaya nga sabi dito, team approach. Besides, sabi nga natin sa team approach, 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. That's your synergy effect. Okay. So, specifically, why do we need to budget? Sabi nga natin, it's a planning tool. It would give you the another P word. It will set your priority. You know which one to do first, because you don't have all the time in this world. We would be able to divide and conquer. That is resource allocation, because your resources are scarce. And we would assign responsibility. Who would be accountable. And of course, it's a basis for evaluation. So it's a two-in-one tool pag you are using budget. Ayaw mo ba nun? Synergy nga. And because your tool is a budget, it will give you a holistic view, and it can assist you in dividing what you have and leveraging. Why leveraging? You know where your strengths are because you are planning. You are determining what are my weaknesses and strengths. Kasi nga prioritizing, diba? So you would prepare yourself more on the weakness side for you to minimize losses, diba? Then because it is an evaluation tool, then you can make use of it as a financial control mechanism. And ano ma'am, anong best sample doon? Di yung variance analysis, di ba yung budget kino-compare mo sa actual? Ma'am, bakit may political side yung budget? Because it would affect a lot of units in the organization. The major concern will be how do I choose the specific period, and when do I combine, and when do I somehow divide it into smaller units, because aggregation will look at um, yung kabuuan, 'di ba? Tas saan ka daw titingin, changes or total? Siyempre sa atin, only changes will count. Yun ang una mong focus. But you should not forget the total, kasi sometimes gusto rin namang makita nung karamihan yung buo. Pagka nga sa accounting nahihirapan nga pagka differential analysis, 'di ba? O yun. And then eto yan, are you going to look into functional or ma'am, ano yung functional? Ay naku, ito yung halimbawa, 'pag sa reporting ha, yung FS mo, ito yung cost of sales, ganyan, operating. 'Pag divisional kasi, mas tinitingnan dito yung specific unit performance. Ito, based on behavior ang pag when it comes to presenting the performance or profitability. Yun ang kaibahan. Divisional would focus on the behavior of cause. Total, if you want to show total, functional basis yun. Okay? So how do we do it? On a short-term basis, di ba? Operating budget yan. And it would be able to show innovation action or the innovative act of the businesses on how they would look into their people, the resources, your cash, your behavior, because you cannot do away with behavior. And what is critical when you are budgeting is, where am I going to get the input? Sabi nga natin dito sa marketing, although may mga ibang panggagalingan din, but alam mo which to prioritize? Marketing. And what would be the, assumption. Sa atin ang time horizon lang naman natin, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Pero kita nyo, ano daw most important? Ano alam mo? Kasi kailangan kilala mo yung karelasyon mo at ano yung nangyayari. Dahil realistic lang yan. Hindi naman realistic, but medyo magiging relevant lang yan. Kung kilala mo yung ginagawan mo ng forecast. Otherwise, sayang lang yung effort mo. Diba? So, ano yung mga planning tools uli natin? Operating, financial, which would comprise your master budget. And as I've told you, our focus is on the financial budget. And what would be our operating budget will be the income generating activities, no? Your operating activities and your financial budget. We look at your cash flow. Ito yan, capital budget will be under capital budgeting decision. Ba't naman na sinama sa financial budget yung income statement? Because it's already a holistic view, no? The whole totality. Then, the cash flow. So, ito gagawin natin. The budgeted income from operation and cash flow. I think we won't be able to cover already capital budgeting this semester. Ito yung kanina diniscuss natin. Mag-start ka sa sales budget, gagawa ka ng production budget na maapektuhan yung, kasi magsiset ka ng ending inventory. No? So, running low na ako, palagay ko hanggang dito. Walang kuryente dito sa amin. So, hanggang dito muna ako sa slide na to. So, yun, you're selling and kita nyo yung nagiging epekto. Diba? This product cost is DMDL overhead. Lahat yan papasok sa cash budget. Tapos makakagawa ka na ng financial budget. Okay? So let me finish at this point. Thank you for listening. I will continue, no? Sana magkakuryente agad para ma-charge ko yung aking aking laptop. Thank you and good day.